We are out in the sun. So I'm very, very happy. When somebody gets on here, y'all let me know if you can hear me well. But I like to just jump right in and start because these videos are saved. And I don't want to just be like looking in the camera for minutes. So yeah, I don't have my mic with me today. So I'm going to do my best to project my voice over the wind. But it's not too windy. It's not as windy as it was yesterday. So yeah, I'm hoping that this video finds you well. Oh wow. I'm willing that the video finds you in peace, in good health, feeling wealthy, feeling amazing, feeling beautiful, feeling handsome. I just wanted to find you in a great mood because I feel like great things are coming. I did a cards of the day for my Patreon subscribers, and it was really cards leading up to the Virgo Full Moon, which is on March 14th. And it's also going to be an eclipse. I think it's the second of the eclipse season. Yeah, with this whole Virgo Pisces thing going on. And if you don't know, then those are like opposites. So with my experience, I am a Pisces South node, so my Virgo is in North node, and that energy of, you know, staying to myself, being inner, and then being outer, and being of service to others has been conflicting, and like finding routine versus being in a real dreamy, let it flow mode. Finding a balance between those things, with, you know, the Virgo energy being more of, like I said, routine, structure, very, what is that word called? It's not nitpicky, even though that's the word that's coming, but very much a detail oriented, paying attention to detail, whereas Pisces is more dreamlike and intuitive, and they won't, a Virgo will thrive off of structure, whereas a Pisces might feel a little bit like this, like closed in with the structure forming. So that being said, I'm going to go sign by sign because I have some time today. Now, this is going live on YouTube. However, once I am finished recording, it will only be on Patreon. So if you want to watch, make sure that you join my Patreon. It is The Perspective. I would love to see you there. Love to have you there. Love to have you be part of the community. Thank you, thank you, thank you. So, all right, I'm done chatting for the most part. I'm going to be using my Light Seers Tarot card as well as the Archetypes deck, the Wild Archetype, and have these working in tandem. It's interesting. I got these when I was in Jamaica. And I've been thinking so much about going back there. I'm also watching these patterns kind of repeat themselves, right? Last spring in April, I was in Gainesville, and now this spring, well, I guess it's pretty much spring, I'm in Gainesville again. Hi, levitating high. Peace and blessings to you. Thank you so much for being here. Okay, just getting a shuffle on with these cards. What's coming to me? I know that the eclipses kind of bring closure just as much as they bring an opening for what our true purpose is. So I want to pull cards based on like any messages that you need to hear right now to support you in your self-discovery, to support you in your next level, to support you in that next push. When I was speaking before about the cards of the day that I pulled from my Patreon subscribers, the energy was given collaborative efforts, a lot of passion projects happening, and like people being pushed into their purpose and finding their people, right? So let's just pull for that. I'm gonna get some general messages for everyone, and then see if I need to go deeper. So thank you so much for my ability to receive and share divine insight. I give thanks for my power. I give thanks for my divine self, for my ancestors. Hey now. And tarot gatekeeper, all that. And I welcome in energy of support, energy of clarity, energy of validity. So whoever needs to come through for that energy, come through with ease and love. Come through with ease and love. All right, thank you. So we're going to be starting with Pisces. I'm thinking I want to pull about 3 cards for each sign. So for Pisces, with this lunation of a Virgo full moon as well as an eclipse coming through, what messages can I give to my Piscean beings during their birthday season? Happy birthday if you are a Pisces as well. Messages for the Pisces. Thank you. Here we go. 6 of Cups in reverse, King of Pentacles upright, and then the Magician in reverse. Okay, Pisces. I'm sensing a bit of you hiding yourself or even trying to bury your emotions right now. So This could be about some reflection, some things that you need to reflect on within your past with this Six of Cups. Are you emotionally over some past traumas? How have you been treating your inner child? Is there someone that you are missing from your past that you could benefit from kind of leaving alone so that you can move on? But I'm just getting a sense of moving on from past wounds and healing the inner child through this. Like, you may be gaining a lot of opportunities for you to see deeper into past patterns and different things that have wounded you emotionally so that you can move forward, because it's time to move forward. Then we have the King of Pentacles upright. King of Pentacles upright with this energy of the Six of Cups in reverse is just showing me that maybe you're putting away some of your emotions so that you can focus on building something in the material realm. Like, you're finding success in it, but it's causing you to use a lot of your masculine power when you're not allowing yourself to tap into the femininity, when healing those wounds from being in that feminine energy will help you even be more stronger in this material role. And I'm seeing you as a sense of wisdom. Okay, I'm seeing you as a source of wisdom. I'm going to hold on for a little bit because there are people behind me and I know that you might not be able to hear me. Okay, yeah, being a sense of wisdom. And even in this material role, you could even be seeking wisdom from an elder. But I'm also feeling the energy of community being there. Like, you have someone that you can rely on, that you can trust. So even if you do need to fall back a little bit on the masculine energies of like doing, you'll still be successful by way of you catering to yourself, because something is getting in the way emotionally of you showing up as your best self in this physical role. And then with the Magician in reverse, it kind of solidifies everything, right? You're feeling weakened in your power to show up in this certain energy that you need to do for the material realm, like showing up in the physical, because you feel weakened by way of what's been happening to you in the past. So during this full moon, those feelings will be illuminated. There will be opportunity for those feelings to be illuminated. And I do see a companion here, right? We have a companion in the physical. A companion in a material or the physical, whatever. Let me slow myself down because I'm getting too excited. And then we also have a companion that we kind of grew up with. So it could be a pet. I'm really getting this pet companion energy, but it could also be a person, a human being who has been with us for some time and we just haven't gotten over that. Could be a passing that happened. Not to say that people have to like get over passings, because when we lose a loved one or when a loved one transitions, I kind of feel like that grieving process, it's not like time doesn't heal all when it comes to that. Time doesn't heal all when it comes to that, but there are some things, some memories that you may be needing to latch onto or needing to go back to serve yourself, to serve as a sense of comfort for yourself in order to show up better in this material role, whether it be a job, a new admission to a school. But yeah, I'm seeing something with funds too. So it'll serve at your benefit to recognize your own power by going back in the past to heal what needs to be healed. Allow the opportunity to guide you through seeing it instead of trying to run away from it. Now I'm going to go into the archetypal energy that's coming through for you. Let's do the one that you could use more of. What archetypal energy could the Pisces use more of right now during this eclipse season, this Virgo full moon, while they are growing through some past wounds, showing up more in the physical realm as a leader or even seeking guidance, and then, you know, realizing their intuitive power when it comes to creating their own reality by way of their own energy? We have the Father. Very, very interesting, because I was talking about masculinity. So with the Father energy first, I'm seeing a tree, which makes me think about roots, right? Knowing where your roots are and connecting to that. And then there's the masculine energy, of course. We had the number 2. So if you're seeing any 2s or even 11111, I don't know why I said that so many times. Then let that come through for you. But yeah, so the archetypal energy that you could use is the Father, the stronghold. When we think about the Holy Trinity, right, it's the mother, father, and the child, being that sense of strength for yourself so that you can be that sense of strength for others. But if you're not showing up in that way for you, you can't show up in that way for others. And this could be dealing with some wounds from the Father. Maybe that companion or that energy that we're thinking about, Pisces, is that father-like energy that we grew up with, and needing to take a little bit of that father-like energy, no matter what it was like for us, and bring it into our physical reality right now. What lessons did your father teach you that were most prominent or that served you well? Even the ones that didn't serve you well, how can you alchemize it, right? How can you alchemize it instead of feeling like a victim, to let it be or serve as a source of power for you? The Father. Okay. Do I need to pull anything else for that? No. The last thing I want to say about this Father thing is make sure that you're seeing both sides. Make sure that you're seeing both sides. Soften yourself up enough to allow the light through, because everything isn't always so black and white. Pisces. Okay. So next up we have Aries. Next up we have Aries. What messages are we pulling through for the Aries during this Virgo full moon? This exciting cycle. This exciting cycle. Virgo full moon and eclipse season. What needs to come through? What messages are we sharing for the Aries? Aries. I'm like, this is going to be a long reading, but it won't. It's going to be beautiful. Okay, we have 9 of Cups in reverse. We have 9 of Pentacles, and then the Emperor. So I love the 9s that are coming through. That means there's a cycle of completion almost being done. And I love that Aries energy, we have completion coming through, or even being on the brink of completion, because sometimes Aries, with being the first zodiac sign and being that first youngest energy of the zodiac, they can start off a lot of things and then not finish them. But I see completion. I see completion. With 9 of Cups being in reverse, though, it shows me that something is blocking this completion. It's like you're almost there, but it's something emotionally that is blocking you from doing it. So let's see. Maybe you are not feeling as free. Maybe your confidence is down a little bit based off of some material gain, right? Maybe you're looking at the money, looking at the material, looking at the circumstances right now, and it has you feeling low about yourself, but you are forgetting the process. You're forgetting all that you've been through. You are forgetting who you are and what you are and all the things that you have done and all the things that you are capable of. So let's continue to remember who we are and shine light on what we have accomplished before, because that'll only give us more willpower, more strength, more everything, right? More motivation to finish up what it is that we want to finish up. Even 9 of Pentacles coming through, right? Pentacles is all about money, the material. And there's a cycle completing right there. Are you I'm seeing freedom. Are you trusting the freedom? Even the Emperor here. Are you trusting freedom, Aries? Are you playing chess and not checkers? I'm seeing strong strategic moves, which is a difference for you, right? Like I talked about energy, the Aries energy being of a younger, sometimes more, I'm going to act off of impulse type energy, right? The Emperor, we have Mars here. So this is all your vibe. You even got the Ram coming through in the back, Aries. I think it's coming through so strongly because it's almost your season. We're like on that, we're not on the cusp just yet, but we're approaching the cusp of that Pisces Aries energy. And Pisces being the last sign and Aries being the first one, I feel like this makes sense for it to be a beautiful time of completion, a beautiful time for you to be able to slow down and really think and strategize about what it is that you want to do and how you want to finish up this cycle. Focus on strategy. Focus on your confidence. Focus on backtracking, right? When I say backtracking, I actually following different steps of going back into the past, but looking at the scoreboard, check the scoreboard, see all the things that you have accomplished and all the things that you have done for yourself so that you can rev yourself up, refill your tank energetically and when it comes to your confidence. And I'm even seeing to spend some time in nature. Let your hair down, right? Relax, breathe, take some deep breaths, like slow down. It doesn't have to happen so fast. And when you're moving more strategically, you stop yourself from having to repeat patterns, right? You don't got to go back and fix nothing when you make sure that you did everything you had to do, which is that Virgo energy coming through with the eclipse, right? Double check everything. Take your time to make sure everything is done right so that you don't got to do it again. You don't got to do it again. Make sure you do not have to do it again. Aries. What is the archetypal energy that the Aries could use more of right now during this cycle, during this shift, during this completion? Yeah, I'm seeing a lot of reaching too. Yeah, just reach for the stars. It's yours already. It is yours already. That's what I'm hearing. We have the Orphan coming through for the energy that you could use more of, which makes me think of allowing yourself to receive help. Allow yourself to receive help. There's beauty in receiving help. Don't look at it as a handout with that negative connotation that people have on handouts, right? And I just said it reminds me of reaching. Allow yourself to reach. Allow yourself to reach for help. Be strategic in the people that you allow yourself to receive help from. There's always a strategy to it. And with the orphan, we think about, you know, people who are kind of on their own and they have to depend on others for help. So just, yeah, allow yourself to do that. Don't be so strong-minded or strong-headed or strong-willed. Don't let the fact that you need help stop you from feeling less confident. I would even say this time is going to illuminate the wound in you that makes you feel like if you need help, then it hurts your confidence. We're not meant to do everything by ourselves. We're not meant to do everything alone. It is normal and natural to be working in community, to have help. Allow yourself to have help. And then just as much as we have 9 showing up in this reading, we also have 5 showing up in this reading. And it's interesting because the Emperor is number 4, the Orphan is number 5. And again. So I love that that is coming through so strongly for us. So now let us go on to Taurus, the next one in the zodiac. Next in the zodiac is Taurus. So for the Taurus energy, let's see what's happening. My Taurians, this eclipse, what messages and things do we have for Taurus energy? Okay, I just felt the need to spread it all out. So maybe Taurus is a energy of you looking at all your options here. Maybe there are some options that you're not seeing. Maybe there are some options that you are not seeing that you need to take a peek into. Taurus. All right. Taurus, what messages do we have? The 5 of Swords, the Ace of Wands, and the Queen of Cups. Okay, so I'm seeing a little bit of a mental battle, a little bit of a mental struggle, right? Maybe a chip we need to get up off our shoulder. Some type of very prevalent thought or story that we are telling ourselves that puts us in a little slump. Like, it makes us feel like we're not good enough, or it makes us feel like, yeah, just what we're doing isn't good enough, which is false, which is a lie. It is false and it is a lie, and it's hurting your freedom. But you know, in the back of that thought, right, the prevalent thought could be something that's detrimental, but right behind that one, if you just look in the distance of it, there's a thought of your freedom, of just how much you can soar. And I would just say keep a watch on the thoughts and the influences that you have around you of people that can get into your thoughts. Let's do that. And then with the Ace of Wands here, we have something new and passionate, a bright new idea that is sparking a fire in our mind and getting our energy going. And maybe we need to get rid of this thought by way of having it be present, by way of it illuminating so that we can recognize it, right? Because if we have a detrimental pattern or a detrimental thought that stops us from doing something new, then we're not going to act on this fire. We're not going to act on this new idea. We're not going to act on this new passion. And Taurus, it is asking you to act on a new passion by way of getting rid of this. And with Queen of Cups here is just showing that you are very emotionally grounded, very connected to the water, very in tune with your emotions, and being so in tune with your emotions is going to help you to heal this pattern. And also, I want you to view it as a superpower. View how emotional and sensitive you are as a superpower, because it is helping you to realize everything. It is helping you to shift your reality, to change your reality by way of feeling and sensing and acting. Feeling and sensing and acting. So we're going to use our emotional power to act and push through this thought pattern so that we can allow this spark to come through, because it is, I just feel a big shift. I feel a big shift coming from this new idea of yours. So keep meditating on it. Ooh, it's an inner process, right? Every single card here, each image has their eyes closed. They're going inner, right? The eyes are open to the inside. So it's like you got to go deep within yourself to heal these patterns, to find your own freedom, to allow this new thing to come up, right? Allow it to come up right here. And then when you're ready to open your eyes to see it, you'll open your eyes to that reality of you walking straight into it, of you existing straight into it. Thank you, King Grayson. Much love to you. So yeah, just allow yourself. Allow. Give yourself time to have some time to yourself, right? Especially with this Pisces energy coming through. It could be some very prevalent dreams that are trying to make you aware of something, right? That chip on the shoulder may not even be negative. It could just be you trying to get you to awaken into something. Wake up. But stay connected to the dreams. Stay connected to your dreams. They are telling you a lot. Stay connected to your dreams right now. They are telling you a lot. Right? They might tell you in a dream. What archetypal energy would Taurus benefit from staying close to and learning more of right now? The archetypal energy for the Taurus. We have Thanatos. images are here? I'm just seeing, right? Oh, this makes me think of weaving a web. Weaving a web. The spider energy. The energy of a spider. That song, the itsy bitsy spider went up the water spout. Now it came to rain and washed the spider out. Right? Think about how much perseverance that spider had. Because the spider went up the spout again. But yeah, outside of that though, I want us to focus on what we are weaving, right? How are our connections coming together? How are our experiences coming together to create a safe home for us, one that we can bring home to? And then also, yeah, what are we attracting when we leave our web? What are we bringing back to it? Is it nourishing? Is it supportive? Is this new idea nourishing? Is it supportive? When you go outside of yourself, when you open up your eyes, what are you bringing into you? Keep the energy of the spider with you. Keep the energy of weaving the web with you, because your network, your connections are so much wider than what you think. They're so much wider than what you think. So much stronger than what you think. I'm thinking of, like, if a car ran into a spider web, the car wouldn't destroy the web. The car's going to bounce back because of how strong the support system is, because of how strong the connections are. Taurus. Now let's move on to Gemini. Going into that Gemini energy. Woo, woo, woo. Gemini, what messages do we have for them during this new opening, this new beginning, this full moon energy? I know sometimes we think of full moon as releasing, but with eclipses, we're thinking newness. And the way that I'm seeing it is that something is being illuminated in order for a door to open, right? We're using the lunation of the moon, so that when that door opens for the eclipse, we know what to release, we know what to let go, we know what we got to take with us, and how to be light enough to get moved. Gemini. Okay. Three of Wands in reverse, the High Priestess in reverse, and Queen of Pentacles. Something has put your fire out, Gemini, and it's got you kind of like longing. The Gemini is longing. And maybe not feeling as creative, or some feeling kind of shut down because of this disconnection. So yeah, I'm seeing there's been a passionate disconnection, right? Maybe you've been away from your art, you've been away from your stories, you've been away from your writing, you've been away from the water, you've been away from your creative endeavors so long, Gemini, that it's making you feel like you've lost that connection. And you have not lost that connection. And it could potentially be because of all the things that you are doing in the physical realm, right? You're going to work so much, you're showing up for others, you're providing for others, and being a sense of that for others. And it's a strong hold for you, right? You are getting this ant out the way. You're a strong source of grounding for quite a few people, right? The queen of the kingdom. The queendom. So I see how much you're showing up for others. Can you use that energy to show up for yourself, Gemini, right? Because being self-sacrificing and allowing your creative waters to be drained because you're showing up materially for others, maybe it's making you money, right? But what is the money going to mean if you're not in good spirits? What is the money going to mean if you're not in good health? Because the more that we take away from our creative energy, our feminine power, we drain that pool. We kind of start to drain ourselves in ways that impact us physically, impact our health. So with Queen of Pentacles, I'm seeing that you are healthy and thriving and doing everything great right now. But it's going to shine a light on what you've been missing, or what you've been feeling like you're missing out on. 2s, 3s, 5s. Y'all could be seeing that energy. But we want to ask the question of, how can I serve myself and others? How can I be serving myself and others? How can I be of service to myself and be of service to others, Gemini? What is the archetypal energy that we could be using more of right now? Archetypal energy for the Gemini. Come forward. Oh. There we go. The womb. The womb, Gemini. It makes sense with the High Priestess being a reverse and the Three of Wands, and all I've been talking about creative energy being drained. The womb, the archetypal energy of the womb, going into the darkness, tailoring catering to yourself, going within you and asking your womb, what does she need? What does your womb need? What makes your womb happy? And even when you're making decisions, sit with yourself, close your eyes, and feel the energy that is coming from that beautiful space, that beautiful home. How are you nourishing it? Let's make sure we're eating some red foods, some pink foods, right? What am I thinking about? Even juices. You want to have things that are nourishing to the blood, nourishing to the womb. You might even be having a cycle right now, which will have you on the red moon cycle if you're going to be bleeding with the full moon. And I have a handout for that. But yeah, your womb is calling you. Your womb has something to say. Your womb wants to connect with you. And I feel that the more that you connect to your creativity, the more that your womb is going to show you exactly what it is that she wants to say. So get out a page. Get out a page, get out some paint, get out some crayons, get out something, and just allow your womb to speak. Allow your womb to do the painting, to do the drawing, to do the coloring, and see what messages you get from the creative works that you create. The womb wants to speak, Queen. The womb wants to speak, Queen. That seems like a message for the women for sure when it comes to the Geminis. Wow. And if you are a man watching, I would say get in touch with the feminine aspect of yourselves. Or what about your girlfriend? What about your wife? What about your mother? What about your daughter? Like, tap in with her and see what she could be missing. Because even if you are providing for her materially, how can you cater to the emotions, Gemini? How can you cater to the emotions? All right, we got ourselves out of the sun. After Gemini is going to be Cancer. Now we are going to the Cancer energy, right? We are in a water season with it being Pisces season. So I wonder if that feels more comforting. And it's interesting. I think I talk about this a lot, but even though I am a Taurus, Sun, Moon, and Rising, I feel very strong and supported during fire seasons, right? Especially Leo season. Especially Leo season. Okay. Cancer. What messages do we have for Cancer? I'm gonna do that again. And if it comes out, then perfect. I just feel like I didn't get a good enough shuffle. Right? What messages do we have for Cancer energy right now? Cancer is doing this Virgo full moon cycle. It is coming up this eclipse season. These doors opening, these new beginnings. For the Cancers, we have the Three of Swords, we have the Star, and we have the Ten of Swords. So I see Cancer is working through a lot of thoughts, right? So it could have been a potential heartbreak, some type of heartbreak, right? Where your roots were ripped up from under you, where you were disconnected from a person that you might have loved a lot. But I'm just sensing a lot of discomfort with the detachment that happened. And we know Cancer loves their shell, right? If they could, they would take their shell with them all the time. And they do, for the most part, except for when they shed it. But there has been something ripped out from you when it comes to your deep sense of comfort, and you're not seeing, but you're about to see just how much that is a new beginning for you, a new start. What happens when stars come to life, right? They explode. So there could have been an explosion in your life that you are starting to view from a different situation, or you're starting to view from a different perspective now. And through you viewing that situation from a new perspective, you're starting to see the light in it. You're starting to see what has been created for you to thrive, right? You're starting to see the light, and then you're forming that attachment now to the light, and not necessarily forming an attachment in a negative way, but forming an attachment where you're starting to, right, you came out that shell, you're going into a new shell, and this new shell allows you to operate with much more freedom, much more light. Like, you're seeing the light through the darkness, looking at the silver lining and holding on to that silver lining, because that's like, this is what I have right now. And then with the Ten of Swords, right, there's the completion of that cycle. So this displacement, this heartbreak, this ripping out the comfort could have been the last thing that was tethering you to an old experience of yours, Cancer. This is the last tethering to an old experience. Oh, boom. And now you are, I love that how a door just opened as I was saying that. It just made me a little bit scared. But walking into freedom, walking into light, walking with trust, not necessarily needing to hold on to anything, because you know that you are covered, you know that you are protected, you know that you are being guided, that you are loved. And with this yellow-orange dress, I'm seeing that it's a very creative endeavor, a very confident woman. Excuse me. Yeah, confidence, comfort, creativity coming through this new beginning. Confidence, creativity, and comfort, spreading your wings to fly, allowing new webs, new tethers to be created. And these tetherings are to things that actually support you and who you are truly becoming. This walking into purpose by way of clearing out the thoughts, completing this thought pattern, ridding it out. So it's a beautiful release for the Cancers. And this is the archetype that is coming through that you could use more of right now. The Pilgrim. I feel like this goes together so freaking well. The Pilgrim, letting go of what you need to let go of, seeing deeper into something new, and allowing yourself to just go. Allowing yourself to go, to track. And what is this? We have 3s, 8s, and 10 here. 10 and 10 coming through for the Cancers, which I love. And even with 17 and 3, we get 20, which is just 2 10s if you want to reduce it. But pilgrim energy, making a pilgrimage, going off to travel into something that supports you, that supports your belief, that supports your faith. I'm actually wearing a necklace right now, Cancers, that has pilgrim on it. Like it's about a pilgrimage. And it's interesting. This reminds me of a pilgrimage, right? Coming back to Gainesville. Like, I used to live here. I bought this necklace here. I done left and went to a few different countries, and now I find myself back here. I don't even live here right now. So I'm just making a visit, making my pilgrimage. So it's about you going off into a place that serves as a sense of comfort, of faith, of belief for you. Where have you been before that you can go again? Or where have you not been that you can go now that will serve as a sense of support, will give you a sense of belonging, of peace, of joy, of reconnection, Cancer. Use that energy of the pilgrim. Go off. You don't need more than you think that you do. You don't need as much as you think you do to go and travel off and make those new connections. You are already loved. You are already comforted. You are already housed. Like, all of those things are yours already. It is yours already, Cancer. Now we are going to Leo. Leo. I feel my own energy softening, and it could just be that the sun isn't in my face anymore, but it's like right here. It is right here. Leo, what messages do we have for Leo for this Virgo full moon, for this eclipse that is here? The 9 of Pentacles coming through again. The Magician coming through again. The 10 of Swords coming through again. Wow. And on the bottom of this is the Strength card. The Strength reminds me so much of Leo. So we have all of these before coming through again, but just in a... So I see a cycle completing, a cycle about to begin, and another cycle completing. With 9 of Pentacles, it is about material wealth. So something is coming through for you, or something has already come through for you to serve as a sense of support for you, where you are thriving materially, right? You're feeling like, I got it. I have exactly what I need. I am supported. I am loved. I can go out and all of my resources that I need, they are here. I can let my hair down. I can relax. And I love that for you, Leo. And even if you haven't been feeling that energy again, there will be an illumination of that. Like, you'll be not forced to see it, because that makes it sound like harsh, but it's going to be so clear to you that you are comforted, that you are successful in your own right, that you can provide for yourself. And then the Magician here is showing that you have all that you need to do. You have all that you need to do. You have done all that you need to do, and you have all that you need. You have all of the resources to alchemize your experience into something that you truly want to live in. You can alchemize your full experience into a reality that you are just wanting to live in. And it also shows that your unending alchemical power, your unending magical power to create. And my 10 of Swords again, maybe y'all are going on a pilgrimage tour, just starting a new journey, right? You've completed something that allowed you to have peace. And not only peace, but like material wealth, material comfort in this reality by way of what you were able to create for yourself. And now you get to know, or now you will continue to see that, okay, if I've done this for myself, I can do it again. And because I can do it again, let's go see what can happen. Now that I've shed myself or released those thoughts off of me that made me feel like I wasn't enough or that I couldn't do or that like you thriving in your success, you're happy about it, and like you had that freedom and that comfort to do what it is that you want to do instead of what you felt like you had to do. You're doing what you want to do instead of what you felt like you had to do. Leo, what archetypal energy supports Leo during this lunation? I love so much that this shrimp card was on the bottom because we had that Leo lion there. The prayer. Stay connected to prayer. Stay connected to positive thoughts. Stay connected to affirmations. Stay connected to the source of things, right? Don't get so big in your head about what your material successes are that you forget to thank the universe, that you forget to be in gratitude, that you forget to give thanks for all that you are and all that has supported you, right? You didn't do anything alone. Even if it felt like you was doing it alone, you had all these other nudges of support from the universe, of support from God. So do not forget your prayers. Do not forget to continue giving thanks. And I'm also seeing 10s here, lots of completion. So give thanks for all that you have done. Give thanks for all that give thanks for all that you have done, for all that you have completed, for all that you have seen yourself through, and for all of the ways that you have felt support from the universe, that you have felt support from God, that you have felt support from your ancestors. Give thanks. Remember prayer. Because nothing would have happened without God. Nothing would have happened without the universe. Nothing would have happened without support. You did not do it all alone. Nothing in nature does it alone. And remember, you are nature. You didn't do it alone. But congratulations. Congratulations, and I'm proud of you, and I'm happy for you. And I love you, Leo. I love you. That makes me happy. Okay, going on from Leo to Virgo. Okay. Wow, we're really moving along here, huh? Really moving along here. Virgo energy. All right, so there's a Virgo full moon with this eclipse coming through. So what messages do we have for Virgo? What's happening with Virgos? What support can we give them during this moon cycle, during this opening, during this closing? Virgo. Oh, wow. The Ten of Swords is coming out again. This is the third sign it's come out. So Ten of Swords energy could be serving as some collective stuff too, where we are just clearing thoughts that made us feel like we couldn't do it and walking in our purpose into things that it's like we may not even have the full picture, but we're walking on faith. Faith over fear. Virgo, Nine of Swords comes through as well as the Ten of Swords. But with Nine of Swords, yeah, I'm just seeing a shedding. I'm seeing a shedding, and I see support coming through. Like, you are just trying to rest. You are just trying to, and I'm seeing root chakra energy too, but it's like, okay, two messages. If you made the bed, then lay in it, right? Taking accountability for our actions and what we have created, but then also looking at what may not be coming from us, looking at the energy that may not be coming from us, right? They also say there's no sleep for the wicked. So how have you created these storms within yourself that are kind of hard to quiet down? Where can you go as a source of peace and comfort to get everything to quiet down? I'm seeing that you need some solitude because there's just too much going on in the thoughts. And with King of Cups, I'm seeing that emotionally, you do have some grounding when it comes to your emotions, or you're doing your best to do. I see it now. Because of the strength that you have in your emotions, because of the strength that you have to balance and everything, because you have finally allowed yourself, Virgo, to feel everything instead of trying to push it away or put it somewhere else. You're not trying to compartmentalize your emotions anymore. It is helpful for you to clear these thoughts, and you are really seeking this place of comfort so that you can sort everything out and clear out what you need to clear out. And because you are being accepting of this clearing, it is going to be successful for you. But a light is about to be shined on just how emotional you are and just how you can support yourself emotionally, how you have yourself emotionally. So it's not to say that we can't depend or rely on others. No, because essentially having a control over your emotions is knowing when to ask for help, is knowing when to put yourself in isolation so that you can handle things, or like I said, when to call for help because you know you need that support. But yeah, I see a cycle completing of these detrimental thoughts that bring you away from who you are, that bring you away from your Zen. And it could even be that someone is coming through to help you out right? Some masculine energy, some masculine figure coming through to be of support. And it's about you being open, having a heart space open enough to accept it, to have somebody see you when you may not be feeling your best. And through that, you get to walk away feeling lighter, feeling like you can move, feeling like you are light enough to be moved, just like I was saying with that Gemini energy, right? We have Mercury, that mercurial energy coming through of like, let me be light enough to be moved. Let me communicate my way out. Let me express it so that I can receive the help that I need. Let me express it so that I can receive the support that I need. Let me express it and get it out so that it's not heavy and weighing on me. It's not weighing on my heart. It's not weighing on my head. It's not weighing on my emotions. It's not making me too heavy to be moved. So if you have anything that you need to express, this is a time that like there's going to be something that comes out, some opportunity for you to express it. There will be opportunity for you to express it, and through that expression you lighten your load enough to be moved, to walk away from things that no longer serve you and walk into fertile ground. What is the archetypal energy or message that will support Virgo right now? Eros, love. And look, she has like a diamond on her lips, so I'm seeing that the way that you express yourself, whatever you're about to let out of this beautiful mouth of yours, Virgo, it is going to be so healing. It's like the treasure. You are dropping a treasure by way of what you have to express. So you are not a burden. The things that you have to say are not a burden. People love to hear what you have to say. They want to hear what you have to say. And I know that the person that you are going to express this to is emotionally prepared to accept it and to help you work through it so that you can move. But it is about love. It is about love. Allowing yourself to be loved, loving the people that you're expressing it to, and even loving what it is that you need to let go of, because it's going to keep burdening us until we can love it. Whatever it is that's on your heart, that's on your mind, that's like the heaviness that's weighing on you, until you love it, it's not going to shift. So start to love it, be able to express it. It makes me think about a book that I was reading that was talking about, she had a love tea. It was made with rose petals. So maybe you need to drink some rose petal tea to open up your heart. But she was going through grieving. She was going through a period of grief, which essentially looks like this, right? And through having an emotionally supportive person to express it to, she was able to lighten her load to finally move on. And this happened through the power of love. And I feel like that really, really resonates with you right now, Virgo. And I love that I was able to read that and finish that book so that I could share this with you. And me finishing the book is about that completion of the chapter. So this chapter for you is about to close, of you holding back on your grief, or holding back or swallowing something that really is beautiful, right? Grief can be beautiful. Letting it go is beautiful. I just pray that you feel safe enough to express what you need to express so that you can move on. I love you. All right, after Virgo, we have Libra. After Virgo, we have Libra. All right, Libras, my air babies. I'm tapping into Libra energy. What do the Libras need to hear? What messages do you supposed to support them in their becoming and unbecoming? Okay, hold on now. We got a message here that flipped. The Tower. All right. I'm just going to read this for what it is right now, but the Tower energy shows me that something is crashing down, but it's beautiful, right? We got lightning and we got what looks like destruction, but we also have butterflies here to show us that, like, that butterfly effect, everything is happening for a reason, and it's coming to crash down to build you up something new. Libra, what messages and things do we have for the Libra? Let's move over, and I love that the sun is coming back out on me. Libra. Seven of Cups, King of Pentacles, and Page of Swords. All right, Seven of Cups shows me that you are being strategic in what you are expressing, which makes me laugh. We have a ladder, we have a snake, we have a mask. It looks like here a bat, but I know that sometimes Libra can shapeshift or even kind of twist and turn and like shape themselves into the image of what they think someone else wants to see. So I see you kind of being in that mode, like, okay, what do I want to put on now? What do I want to play with now? And I think that this energy in you is being highlighted. Like, you're going to see just how much you change and shift to mold yourself to the environments of others when you kind of just got to be yourself in all of these environments because all of them suit you somehow. But it's not about climbing a social ladder or slithering and trying to be something that you're not in order to fit in. But yeah, it's like, know that you have all these aspects available to yourself, but the way and the amount that you use them shifts based on who and what you're around. So the emotions are very, very fluid, which is beautiful. But I feel like this change, this shift is going to affect this. It's going to affect the material realm in a way where it stops your movement a little bit, right? It's like people want to see who you really are instead of who you think they want you to be, because that whole thing is not clear. It causes confusion. And when you are in money matters or matters of opportunity to receive materially, you want to make sure that you're showing up as your true self and not trying to be sly or like be snaky or trying to shift and move around in a slithery way, when this is calling you to kind of just flow naturally with everything and then allow it to move. But I see a halt in it until you can kind of shed and be your true self. With the Page of Swords, I'm seeing a lot of new ideas. So maybe you are writing a book, or I'm seeing every single new idea that you have, Libra, I want you to write it down, because I'm thinking that out of everything that you write down, you'll find a common idea or a common ground for the way that you can express all of these things. There's a way that you can express all of it without trying to, be someone that you're not. There's a way that you can express all of it without being something that you're not. But I do see a lot of newness, and maybe this newness is what's making you uncomfortable and feel like you got to go into old habits of being someone that you're not, or trying to be someone that, you're making everybody else comfortable instead of just being your true self. Take the hat off, take the mask off, let yourself out of the skin, and yeah, just let your true self come through. What energy, archetypal energy, could Libra benefit from right now? Libra. The one. The one. I just talked about there being one idea and, allowing yourself to come up whole instead of trying to wear different outfits or have different energy to be around different people, whatever. It's like the one. You are one and you are everything in one. You are one and you are everything in one. So allow yourself to be it. Allow yourself to see it. Allow yourself being okay and being comfortable with who and what you are. Because you really are everything naturally, Libra. You really are naturally everything. The one. And I don't want it to sound limiting either when I talk about the Page of Swords and telling you to like write down everything that's coming to your mind right now. So many different new ideas, but it all being related to one thing. Like, it's one thing that's going to spring into many. It's like that saying in Jamaica, out of many, one people. I feel like that fits your whole attitude. Out of many, one people. Libra. All right, now we are going to Scorpio. Scorpio. Okay, what messages are supportive to the Scorpio right now? Scorpio energy during this Virgo full moon, during the eclipse, this season of newness. What's happening with Scorpio? I wonder if somebody's having a meeting out there. Look at this way. That's moved for you, Scorpio. Page of Swords. Okay. Page of Swords, Three of Wands, and Queen of Pentacles for Scorpio. Page of Swords being in reverse, Three of Wands being in reverse, and Queen of Pentacles. I'm seeing another energy for the Scorpios of being disconnected from new ideas, being disconnected from what serves you comfort, being disconnected from like sisterhood and just a sense of belonging. So it's like maybe the things that you are thinking about, all your creative endeavors, are feeling like they don't fit into who you are anymore or what you're trying to become. But I do see in the Queen of Pentacles, it's like what you are doing right now is serving you materially, but it's not necessarily serving you or feeding you in a passionate way. It's not necessarily serving you or feeding you in a way that keeps you stimulated. And I'm seeing that with Scorpio, like with how sensual y'all are, y'all need that stimulation when it comes to creativity, need the stimulation when it comes to the thoughts and feeling, what is it called, like having somebody pick your brain or just being in that energy of brain picking. There's excitement in that. And you might need to find ways to get into there. Even it's going to be highlighted that what you are doing right now is serving you in one way, but it's missing out on others. And if we talk about that Holy Trinity again, it's not just mother, father, and child. It's about like mind, body, and spirit, okay? So the body may be fed, but the soul and the spirit are missing out on something. And there's going to be a highlight on that. And it's by way of, your expression. Can you be reading anything new? Can you be allowing yourself in a space to have creative freedom and mental freedom? Do you feel tied down by anything right now that is like taking away your time to just explore yourself and discover yourself and be with you? Something new wants to come through, but it's having trouble coming through if you're just so busy and so occupied and so focused on one way of existing or one part of yourself. When it comes to the archetype that you can benefit from, and it's the kiss. I just talked about sensuality and stimulation. Okay, so maybe you're missing some romance for your life, or maybe it's just like you need to be more sensual to your body, more tapped into your body to feel those kisses from creativity, those kisses from excitement when it comes to when you have a new idea, that like eureka moment, right? It feels good within the body. So what can you tap into that'll feel good to your body, to make you feel more connected to creation, more connected to intuition, more connected to invention, right? What is that other word? More connected to improvisation. There's something that there's some activity, something that you need to get into, that you can use your intuitive powers, and not even just intuitive, but your inventive powers, your ability to invent new things out of nothing, or to use the resources that you have to improvise on a craft. Like, I'm just seeing that. And also when it comes to the kiss, it makes me think of softness and tenderness, and allowing that to be part of your existence too. Maybe someone made you feel bad for the way that you exist in that sensual way, and now it's like, I'm not going to feel bad about that anymore, and I'm going to actually put myself into spaces where that is nourished and celebrated. I just had some ants trying to kiss me, but that's not who I want kisses from. Okay, after Scorpio we have Sagittarius, and we are nearing the end. Sagittarius, what energy and messages is happening? What messages can we give to the Sagittarius during this Virgo full moon and eclipse season? Sagittarius makes me think about the explorer, the archer, the philosopher. Sagittarius. It's like it's not there yet. I gotta move around some more. Okay. Sagittarius. Thank you. Okay, we're turning some things upside down. We have 5 of Pentacles. We have the Devil in reverse, and then we have the 8 of Pentacles. So this makes me think about some type of, I don't want to say battle, but something we are getting over that makes us see just how attached we are to money, right? Like the door is right there. You have the key. You have everything that you need right there to open it, to shift it, to walk yourself into something different, Sagittarius. But you are feeling so low about circumstance, or so low about looking at your wallet or looking at your account and seeing that it's not what you want, that you not even using what you have to create more opportunity for yourself, right? And then with the Devil card in reverse, it's like it's showing me that, yeah, you're tied to something, and the money, you'll be tied to the money, tied to the material, tied to the way that things look right now. When you got to realize that the more that you look at your circumstances to create, the less you're going to feel about yourself. The more that you look at your circumstances as your sense of what you can create, the worse that you're going to feel about yourself. When you have everything that you need right now, if you don't look at the money, what would you do? If you don't look at the money, then where would you be at? If you don't look at the money, then what will make your heart smile? What will make you happy? What will make you feel good inside your body? And how can you disconnect your worth from money? I'm seeing a deep, my worth is connected to how much I have. My worth is connected to how much I have. And you could be even pulling out all the tips and tricks that you know, like doing everything that you used to do for money, hoping that something new is going to come from it, when you got to get yourself out of these old patterns in order to create something new. And the biggest pattern is going to be unworking the attachment that you have to money, or to material wealth, or to material gains. Where are your other sources of abundance, and how can you make those sources of abundance grow so that it can shift the Sagittarius? Oh wow, the medallion out. And just before I pull another one, I'll tell you that the medallion is about the energy that we have on our items? Are there certain items that you are holding on to, certain items, certain symbols, certain things that you have connected to, Sagittarius, that like they no longer serve you, and the energy from it could be throwing off the energy that you're trying to create? The archetypal, the archetype that you can benefit from leaning more into is the warrior. The warrior is resourceful, okay? The warrior is resourceful. The warrior is creative. The warrior is ready to charge and fight for what it believes in. And I feel like there is something that you really are really are trying to quote unquote fight for. I don't want to call it a fight, but you're feeling like you're going to lose the battle because of, like, oh, I don't have enough money to buy the armor, so I can't go fight. I don't have enough, like, you're thinking about what you don't have enough of instead of using what you do have to go out and get it, to go out and attract it, to go out and magnetize it towards you, Sagittarius. So I want you to pay attention to how your thoughts are and where they're going right now. I see 5 as important. If you're seeing 5 and 8 Sagittarius, I'll pay attention to that. But it's like, you have all that you need. I want you to realize that you have all that you need. Suit up and go get it. Suit up and go get it. Don't let a circumstance make you feel like you are not enough or that you can't do it. You really do got this. As soon as you shift your vision, shift your perspective into something that makes you feel more powerful, everything else will shift. Everything else will shift. That was Sagittarius. All right, Capricorn. Okay. Capricorn energy. What is happening with the caps? Capricorn, the goats on the top of the mountain. Capricorn, during the Virgo full moon and this eclipse, what's happening in their becomings and unbecomings. Capricorn. Make sure that you are watching for your sun, moon, and rising, and also check where Virgo is in your houses to see what area of life this is impacting you, and then you can apply the reading to that house, okay? 6 of Wands, 8 of Swords in reverse, and then the Chariot in reverse. Celebration. And I was just talking about how the 6 of Wands is not only a sense of celebration, but it's also a deep self-reflection card. It's a deep self-reflection card because the way that you see yourself and the way that you celebrate yourself is going to be a reflection of how others see you and how they celebrate you. And with 8 of Swords coming through with the mirror, it's showing me that maybe it's the opposite, right? Like, you're wanting for people to approve you and celebrate you before you do it yourself, and because that's not happening, because that validation from the outside isn't happening, it's causing you to think different about yourself and kind of stopping the things that you want to move on, right? When I see the Chariot here, I'm thinking of the balance between the light and the dark and having control of things, right? It's moving, it's harmonizing the way that you want it to, because you have a control on your light and dark energy, because you have a control on the things that you want to show and the things that you want to keep private to yourself. And it's like all of this is getting confused right now because you're feeling stuck, you're feeling trapped, and this stuckness and this trappedness is coming from a lack of validation from the outside, when the validation that you need needs to come from within. The validation that you need needs to come from within, Capricorn. That's when the celebration comes through. That's when people recognize you, and you recognize yourself. They recognize you when you recognize yourself. So you're just going to be a light shined on the things that you feel like are holding you back when they're actually not holding you back. On the things that you feel like other people aren't celebrating you for. As soon as you start celebrating yourself for it, they're going to celebrate you for it, okay? Then we have the desert coming through. And this makes me think of being comfortable with not having the validation right now, right? You are the water. You are the source of that celebration. And also the desert makes me think of, right, like these cycles of, I don't want to say drought because it's normal. The desert is natural for drought. Not having water is natural for that environment. But what I really want to talk about is letting yourself thrive in whatever environment that you are in, being resourceful and strong enough to allow yourself to thrive in whatever environment and whatever circumstance that you are in. That is what is coming through for the archetype. You have the desert coming through. Think about all the beautiful creatures and plants and things that are in the desert that are so unique because of the environment that they exist in. So allow yourself to see your uniqueness, even if you're in an environment that doesn't support it, because surely as soon as you see it, you'll be moved to things that support you and people that support you and everything like that. You'll start receiving that validation. I love you. And it's coming. The recognition is coming, Capricorn. Last but not least, we have Aquarius. Thank you so much for waiting so patiently, Aquarius, if you have been watching or, leaving and coming back in and things like that to wait for your sign. But also, like I said, make sure you was checking for your sun, moon, and rising. And because it is a Mercury, you know, Virgo is ruled by Mercury, I want you to check for your Mercury sign too. Sun, moon, rising, and Mercury. Last but not least, Aquarius. What energy is coming through for the Aquarius during this Virgo new moon and this eclipse cycle? What's going on with their becomings and unbecomings? I like that I've been using that word. I'll probably put that in the title. Okay, thank you. Aquarius, the water bearer. Okay. You got more fives coming through, so make sure you're checking those fives. And then we also have 10. So fives and tens coming through. Five of Pentacles is showing that same thing where you are maybe starting to recognize that you have everything that you need, but just getting over those emotions of being trapped in a circumstance when you are not trapped into a circumstance. You have key right there as soon as you stop with the self-pity. And Five of Cups is showing me that you are potentially crying over spilled milk. What is the crying over spilled milk about? When if you would stop focusing on what didn't work, you would see all the things that have the potential to work, all the things that have the potential to thrive. And the fives here is just reminding me of the stuck energy that you're in, or it's going to highlight a stuck energy, right? You want to move on something, but you keep thinking about everything that didn't work before. Or you want to move on something, but you are looking at the circumstance that's present right now instead of what, because of what you've thrived through, because of what you've lived through, because of everything that you've been through, you have all the resources to make it different. You have the knowledge, you have the emotional stability, you have everything that you need to make something different come up out of it. But you're just not looking at the positive part. You're not looking at the silver linings. You're not looking at the aspects of you that really can do it, because you're looking at what you feel like you can't do based on what you have or don't have. And then 10 of Swords is like, yeah, when you can let go of those patterns, you can let go of those thoughts, you can stop focusing on what's not working, you allow yourself to walk away from any existence that ponders on those things into an existence where there is freedom, where there is flying, where there is walking into fertile ground. Aquarius. What archetypal energy can the Aquarius benefit from during this Virgo new moon, Virgo full moon cycle and eclipse? This beautiful lunation. Aquarius. Excuse me. The ring. Oh, is it marriage? Is it marriage potentially that you are walking into because of what you are allowing yourself to shed? You can walk into what is going to work. And the freedom, I know that Aquarius energy already, it doesn't really like being tied down. It likes to have a lot of alone time. It likes to have options. It likes to, just be free. And you can still be free in the right marriage. You can still be free in the right union. You can still be free with all of that. And even if it's not a romantic partner, it makes me think about belonging to a team, right? And being like the MVP, because Aquarius also has that energy of, if I'm going to do something, I want to be the best at doing it, or I'm not doing it at all. If I'm going to do something, I want to be the best at doing it, or I'm not going to do it at all. So walking into the ring shows me that, yeah, like you really can be the MVP, but it's going to take time to work on it. You really can be in this beautiful commitment, but it's just going to take time to work on it, and like allowing yourself to be seen in it. And then also being able to see yourself in it. When you can see yourself in it, you can kind of make it start to come true. I love that I'm seeing the ring though. All right. Wow, 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 wow. Wow, 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 wow. I'm going to go ahead and put these away. Thank you so much for sitting with me, for watching. Okay, if anything has resonated with you at all, then I would love for you to let me know. Let me know what your sign is and even what placement it is, right? If you want to talk about houses, if you want to talk about the sun, moon, the rise, and the Mercury, just let me be aware. Okay, this just popped. They said I don't want to be contained. Oh, because I'm trying to put it away and everything isn't even away yet. But yeah, I love you. Thank you so much for witnessing me. If you would like to send a love donation, it is going to be Tanaya P on my Cash App, which I will have present. Yeah, but like I was saying in the beginning of this reading, this will now be saved to my Patreon. So if you would like to rewatch this or go back and, tap into anything, even send it to somebody, it's going to be on my Patreon, The Perspective. Okay. I love you. I love you. I love you. I love you. Thank you.